Hi, my name is Tony Venturella, and welcome to episode 7 of my sports show. Alright, been off for a little bit. I just needed to take some time to process all this Brett Favre retirement stuff, and after I've had some time to think about it, analyze the situation, my take on the matter is no, Brett Favre is not officially retired. I know some of you might be watching this right now thinking that I'm crazy and in denial, but just hear me out for a second. Brett Favre was one throw away from the Super Bowl last year. You don't leave the game when you're that close to the top without reaching the summit. Alright. Just give him some time. Once the preseason rolls around, nobody wants to play right now. He's drained, he's mentally drained, he's tired. As a veteran player, he doesn't want to go through training camp, put up with all that BS. But once he sees his team out on the field competing, I'm telling you, week 3 of the preseason, Brett Favre will be back. Let's mark my words on it now. Brett Favre, not retired. Week 3 of the preseason, Brett Favre is going to come back. By week 4, he's going to be in the Packer uniform, and he will be starting in week 1 of the regular season, continuing his consecutive games started streak. Now, my problem with this whole situation is the media. The media pretty much forced Brett Favre into retirement. Now, the media has, over the last couple of years, worshipped Brett Favre, and the guy has pretty much done no wrong in their eyes. Any interception he's thrown, he's just the gunslinger. Yeah, I love Brett Favre. I'm one of his fans too. But the same media that built him up to be the indestructible Iron Man Brett Favre is the same media who forced him into retirement. Now, I can't stand how the media creates stories instead of reporting stories. Wait for the story to come to you. But now, I love ESPN. I'm one of the people that does it. I watch it 24 hours a day. But with this 24-hour-a-day need for sports information, they've started, when they run out of stories, they just create them. And this is a created story by the sports media. They just couldn't let it go that Brett Favre, progressing in his years, is he going to retire this year? Isn't he going to retire this year? The same crap with those two names a couple episodes ago that I told you I wouldn't mention again. I'm not going to mention them, but it's ESPN creating a story. Sports media, stop creating stories. Report the stories that are coming to you. It's not your job to determine if a player advancing in his years of age is retiring or not. Let him make that decision. It's the off season. You don't need to know right now. Let him go through his process and come to a decision. Don't sit there every day reporting, well, I think Brett Favre might be closer to retirement this year. That's not your job. Report the story. Don't create it. But since we're going along those lines, I'm going to put this rumor out here. You heard it right here first, folks. Tom Brady not retiring from football. I know, shocking news. But I digress. All right, wanted to touch on the Academy Awards a little bit. I don't know, the Academy Award nominations this year I wasn't all that crazy about. No Country for Old Men. I enjoyed the movie up until, well, could I even call it an ending? It's been enough time now that I wouldn't be spoiling it for any of you guys who may not have seen it. You haven't seen it, it's your fault by now. There's no ending. There is no ending to this movie. And it drove me nuts. If I go back and watch it again, knowing that there's no ending, I might like it a little better. But just watching this movie, and my dad and I were sitting there talking, well, we weren't talking, we were watching the movie,